All glory, honor, thanks and praise be to our triune God. Dearly beloved, I'm immensely pleased to share a very brief reflection with you, and I thank Binu Watson for extending this invitation to me. I'm very grateful for this opportunity. The text that I have taken for our brief reflection today comes from the Gospel according to St. Luke, chapter 1, verses 46 to 55. I'm sure that all of you are aware and are observing the 15 days Lent, and we will be celebrating the feast of Shoonoyo on 15th of August. Shoonoyo, which means departure, and in Malayalam Vangippu, and there is another word, dormition, which means falling asleep. So as we are observing this Lent, I would like to come to you with this reflection. Before I begin that, let me ask you one question. All of us are aware that there is another festival related to Saint Mary coming up soon, following after our August festival. On 8th of September, Saint Mary's festival, which is very important for the Catholic Church. And I wonder if all of you know the reason why our church doesn't observe 8th of September, the Saint Mary's feast. And for those of you who may not know, there are two reasons. The first one is that we in the Orthodox faith and tradition celebrate the death anniversaries of the saints. The death anniversaries become their feast days, and that is more important for our church than their birthdays. And the second reason is that there was a time when the Catholic Church believed that Saint Mary's birth was also an immaculate one, which means a birth without the normal sexual intercourse between a man and a woman. For us, we believe that only Jesus Christ, through incarnation, was born in a special manner by the Holy Spirit. So we believe that nobody else in this world has had an immaculate birth. So for these two reasons, for us, the 15th August, the Shoonoyo festival is very important, and we are observing the 15 days Lent. Now, coming to Saint Mary, you see an icon behind me of Saint Mary's, and I also have this very familiar picture. I'm sure all of you would have seen this in our parishes or elsewhere, or in your homes too. For us, in the Orthodox faith and tradition, we believe that we can have the icon of Saint Mary only with the baby Jesus. So Saint Mary alone, the picture or statues, no, we don't encourage that. And Mary as Theotokos, or the mother of Jesus, is very, very important for us, and she plays a great role in our tradition. You know, she is the first among the saints, and we give a lot of importance, and I'm sure she is very close to our hearts. Many of us, be it women or men, young or old, we all carry her as a big role model and one through whom we intercede. So Now coming on to the reflection, first let me start with this picture, a familiar one where Mother Mary is carrying the child, and then I often think that, all of us are like the child, embraced by her, carried in her arms closer to her bosom. Before my wedding, when my cousins were getting married, especially one of my cousin sisters who stayed with us, when she got married and when she got her first baby, all of us would carry that baby all the time. And we have taken many pictures, and there was one that I had taken alone with that baby as a 9-month-old baby. And then when our son was born, and when he began to talk, and when he looked at that picture, he would ask me, "Mama, who is this?" And then I would say, "That is my cousin's baby." And then he would start crying and say, "No, Mama, please say that it is me, Mama. Don't say it is your cousin's baby. Say it is me." My sister had the same experience with her son, and I'm sure many of you would be able to recollect such an experience. Any picture of us with our mother is very, very precious for us, especially as a baby, as a child, even otherwise. And we treasure them. That would be one of the utmost precious picture for us. And we also treasure the ones that we have with our children. Equally, they are very, very precious. So coming to this picture again, many times when I sit and meditate, I say, "Okay, let me be the child in your arms." Or when I pray for others, whoever is in need, I would say, "Let that person be the child in your embrace, closer to your bosom." So please pray for that person. Please pray for that young person or that child. And my prayers go on. While we do that, there also comes times, which I would have shared earlier, where it feels that Saint Mary also challenges us, also talks to us and says, "Yes, I will pray for you. You are in my prayers. You are very precious. But remember, this child that I have given birth to and raised, the path that this child took and the path that I followed are not, very easy. It is not a bed of roses." So, one thing that I would like to remind all of us is that our lives are a mixture of joy and pain. It is neither a bed of roses nor a bed of thorns. So, once we get that